Hey guys, it's Dee. I hope you guys are doing well. I have a craft video to share with you guys today. It is called artist folding. So you are going to need some papers. So I have some colored papers here and they are from this set here. I found this at Goodwill, but this is an Amazon tag, so I'm pretty sure you can find it on Amazon. I will just flip through and show you guys some of the different colors and patterns. I used to do origami all the time when I was little, and I don't do it anymore, but it is a fun art to practice. And so I went ahead and picked these 3 sheets to work with, and then you need a pattern, and I printed out 2 sheets. I'll show you guys. So these 2 sheets here, and I think the website is down here on the bottom. I will also try to leave a link down below if you guys want to try this for yourself. So just print it out on regular printer paper, and then I picked this size to do, and then you just want to cut this to the edge and then cut the second one with a little bit of room. And then you need a card base. And since the paper's at bulk, I didn't pick like a very thick card base. It's just like a very lightweight card base here. And then you need one more that goes on the top. So is this the right size? No, I think maybe it's this one here. Yeah, so it's just cut to the 4 1/4 and 5 1/2, the size of the card here. And I may trim this down a bit, but for now, I'm just gonna leave it as is to give me some room. So you can use whatever paper you want. You can print out colored paper. You can use a blank sheet of paper and stamp and color and make paper that way. A lot of people use like the inside of like business, when you get letters in the mail, that's like they have like a pattern on the inside when they're trying to, for security, for people to not be able to see through. Some of those have really nice patterns. I don't have any to show you today, but I have used those in the past. So pretty much you can use any paper. It's just you want it to be thin because you'll be adding a lot of bulk and you don't want your card to be super thick. Even though some of those pattern papers have really nice colors, you won't really be able to use those. So I think origami paper is the best if you can find any, but like I said, you can just color your own paper, stamp your own paper, make your own paper. I've seen some people use ribbon. I haven't tried that, but I think that's worth a try. So first you have to cut this out and then kind of try to center it, and then I'm going to grab, where is my pencil? I'm going to grab a pencil and trace around it. I think that looks about right. So it is very stormy here today, and so I'm sure, the lighting's not great, and I hope you can't hear too much of the storm, but oops. I have not done this in a long time, so I hope this turns out okay. But if I remember correctly, it was quite fun to do it once you get this initial part started. Okay, so then, let's see. We need to cut that out. Okay, so what you want to do is cut that shape out and then use the paper, the second one that you cut out, and put it behind it. And then you kind of want to just tape both of them down so that they don't move while you're working on your project. I wish I had like die cuts that would cut these shapes out because I am not very good at that part, and I can't seem to find my craft knife. I think that would make it easier. And but anyway, so we're working with what we have. So there's that. Okay, so the next part is obviously the fun part. So we grab our papers and you kind of just want to decide which colors are going to go where. So you basically will follow the numbers and you would just alternate. So I would do 1 a color, 2 a color, and 3 a color. So I'm just going to take a piece of paper and let's see, which way do we want the pattern? So it doesn't have to be exact, so I'm just going to rip it in half and then make a smaller rip, and then I'm going to fold it in half. So you want to kind of get a good crease so that it doesn't bulk up too much, but since it's origami paper, it should crease okay. So you can see there that I did not get a long enough piece of paper, so I'm going to have to put this and use that later. You can still save that for later, and so I will just actually fold this down here. So I did not make this ahead of time, so I am learning with you guys per se because I haven't done this in a while. So so bear with me. Oops. Okay, so you want to cover you want to put it flush to the line. So you can see it has to be about there. So I'm going to tear it about here, and then you're going to put that piece down like so. And don't worry about the extra. You can just trim it off later, or you can do it now if you want. So then you just tape those pieces down. Some people use glue. I'm just afraid that it would take too long if I did that, since I'm trying to film it. So let's see. I have not even been looking at the camera. I hope that you guys can see. Okay, so that's 1. So for 2, let's go with blue. So I'm going to fold that in half. I'm going to just use the scissors here. So this part, the cutting and stuff doesn't have to be exact because all this is going to be in the back. So let's see, I'm going to have to do it about there. So I'm going to rip it here. I'm just showing you guys this part step by step so you can kind of see, and then I'll probably speed up the rest so that this video isn't like 30 minutes long of me just ripping papers, you know? So, was that? Yeah, so that was 2. Now we're gonna go to number 3, and that's going to be this pink paper here. And then you would cover it like that. So I'm gonna rip it over here. I hope that was enough. Yes. Okay, then you would, so it would help if you went ahead and like ripped all your papers and ripped all your tape so that this will go a little faster. But since I am sort of doing this live with you guys, it's a little slow. Okay, so then you would just continue. You would just get your papers and you would just continue to put it. So since I did 1, 2, 3, the next one is 4. So I'm going to kind of put it flush to the line and tape away. All right, here it is, guys. What do you guys think? I think it looks really cool. A couple of stray pieces here, you know, you can try to cut that off, or I just turn it in a bit. And I think I'm going to use some foam tape to prop it up on the card and maybe find something in the middle. Some people just put another coordinating pattern paper in the back, or you can put like a little jewel, a little tiny picture or sticker, just any type of embellishment. But you could also just leave it blank. So as I'm looking at it, I think it's slightly crooked, but who cares? You know, it turned out all right for trying to do it live. So I'm going to kind of try to put the card together, and I will be back to show you the final product. Okay, so here is the finished card. I went ahead and put some foam tape, and I found this at the 99-cent store actually. They usually have a big roll for 99 cents, so I popped it up and I added some dash marks. I actually use this Sakura glaze pen. I actually don't, this is not my favorite. This is the one that I really like to use. It's the Uniball Signo gel pen, but it was not, I could not get it to work. So the reason I like this is because it goes down white, and so you can see where you're doing it. This one goes down clear, so it's a little hard to see. So you can see like some of the spacing isn't great, but who cares? It's done. And then for the middle, I just had this piece of glitter paper that I had used for some Christmas cards, and it's kind of thin, so it was perfect. I just teared a tiny piece off. You just need a tiny piece, taped it down. And then on the back, I did uniquely handmade. It's a stamp. Let's see. It's just a Hobby Lobby stamp that I picked up quite a few years ago. I'm sure they still have it. This is another one I like to use, handmade by. This is from Co-Motion, Tucson, Arizona. Probably picked it up in an estate sale or something, but that's a good one to use. And then I didn't do the inside because I didn't know. Well, I think I know who I'm going to send it to. I have a couple people that are in need of a little uplifting, so I hope you guys like this little project that I did. I'm sorry if the video is like kind of choppy, and it's, you know, I'm kind of learning as you guys are, because I haven't done this in quite a few years, like 5 or 6 years, maybe longer. So, but I quite enjoyed it, and I think that I might continue to do this and maybe use some different patterns. Like there's a hexagon pattern. There's a cute umbrella one that I want to try, so maybe I'll do that. But I hope that you liked this video. I hope you'll give me a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe if you haven't. I do appreciate it. I see you guys in the next video. Bye!